This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and MNOW Biscuits.
Political parties receive state funding. Partnership to address gender-based violence. And PM Marape pledges support towards strip demonstration. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Alinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. A total of 16 political parties received state funding today for parties' administration work to prepare for the 2027 general elections.
Registrar for the political parties, Emmanuel Polk, said out of the 21 political parties, 5 political parties missed out on the funding today due to non-compliance to submit their financial report.
Currently, we have 16 political parties who are eligible for receiving state funding from the 3.4 million paid by the state. So over 3 million have been distributed to the 16 political parties.
He further stated that it is the responsibility of the political parties to submit the report on time.
It has started with the political parties, with the leaders 50 years ago, and this generation of party officials, executives, and the leaders are best out with responsibility to build this institution to make them vibrant for the next 50 years.
Director Funding Disclosure Solomon Puana said there is a growing concern after the 5 political parties not complied to submit the report on time, stating that the political registry office had no option but to take action.
And I want all political party executives to take note of that.
Prime Minister James Marape, who presented to witness the presentation, shared his political experiences and encouraged the parties to step up in their work.
Step up again. No point complaining if Pango receives Section 63 again in 2027, as we have received in 2022. I don't know which party will receive, but I'm just stating a point. If you do not rise up and work, simple things that you must do yourself. Acting Manager Disclosure revealed the total state funding for the political parties since 2002 to date.
The state has paid a total amount of 85,000 million to all political parties and executives.
It is noted that every year each political party receives 10 million kina, and it has increased to 20 million kina. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
The Vocal Fusion Semi-Final Season 12 saw 5 contestants performing their best to secure spacing at the VF Grand Final this weekend.
The semi-finals saw these 5 youngsters rising to perform their best at the Cosmopolitan Club yesterday. The 5 contestants were judged by judges Digby Holeong, Teresa Miria, Nathan Nakikus, and Lavina Williams. Of the 5, 4 announced winners for next week's grand final were Judith White, Anthony Awofa, Raga Kora, and Michael Mikis. The semi-finals ended with a presentation of the Trans Beauty International's award of the Most Improved Performer of the Week awarded to Judith White. These 4 semi-finalists will walk away with the third runner-up, getting 10,000 kina, second runner-up 10,000 kina, first runner-up 20,000 kina, and the winner getting a total of 50,000 kina. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
The Watch Strip Demonstration Primary School in Port Moresby hosted a pre-independence dinner yesterday to raise funds towards the school's building development project.
The development project will see the construction of a multi-purpose hall and a 4-in-1 classroom. The initiative is under the leadership of the head teacher of Watch Strip Demonstration Primary School, Mr. Rotona Girana.
Under my leadership, we have empowered the Watch Strip Ella Teacher Students Parents Association to take the lead in an ambitious and transformative building project. This initiative will see the design and construction of a multi-purpose hall and a 4-in-1 double-story classroom block with a project cost of $5 million.
This project is taken to cater for the growing population of students and address other key areas.
It is a living, breathing community of over 3,000 students, 50 dedicated teachers, and thousands of committed parents.
Mr. Girona said the school has been a place for growth and inspiration of many successful dreams for different people that have passed through.
It is a place where dreams are nurtured, values are shaped, and futures are built. But tonight, I want to speak not just as your head teacher, but as a fellow citizen who believes deeply in the power of ownership and collective responsibility.
He added the project reflects their ownership, driving forward initiatives for the school.
This is not just a construction project. It is a statement, a declaration that we, the teachers, students, and parents of Wall Street Primary School, are ready to take ownership, not just of our children's education, but of the very infrastructure that supports it.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape was present during the pre-independence dinner yesterday, pledging a strong support for the development project of Ward Strip Demonstration Primary School.
Many professionals, parents and students joined the event yesterday, filling the room to capacity. Students of Ward Strip Demonstration Primary School were dressed in their traditional attire to light up this special event, giving a warm welcome to all the guests. Prime Minister Marape made positive remarks and said everyone has a part to play in contributing to this project.
We ask our government to step in the face of our nation's 50th. I just want to also put it back to us. What is it that each and every one of us, in wherever we are placed, we can give to our country?
The Prime Minister said he will make sure the relevant government authorities put their support towards the project.
But from a government perspective, I will talk to the City Hall and I will talk to the Mosby Northeast member. Primary school, by designation of the level of interventions, is within the scope of work that a district must assist and a province must assist. And so I will be the advocate of this school to lobby with the two different layers of leadership at the district, the Port Moresby Northeast District, as well as the City Hall, to see if this ambitious project but worthy project can be supported.
He assured the school that the National Department of Education will also be supporting them.
Whatever they chip in, the balance will be topped up by the National Department of Education to make sure this school, to make sure the face of this school is lifted.
Prime Minister Marape stated that the school is located in the Waigani suburb, which supports public servants and children who work and live in Waigani.
Public servants who work in Waigani, their kids should all be packed into this school, as well as the surrounding areas and elsewhere. So I want to tonight give my commitment to stand behind the development proposal of this school, and we will try absolute best to support this year and next year until we lift the face of this school to be a model school in the heart of our city, not just to train teachers, but also taking students who are right in and live in and around, or whose parents work in and around.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
A memorandum of understanding signing between the Department of Community Development and Religion, SP Brewery, and the Somara Institute of Leadership marks a significant step towards implementing key programs to fight gender-based violence.
This collaborative partnership aims to strengthen efforts in addressing GBV through leadership training and advocacy initiatives. In his keynote speech, Somare Institute of Leadership and Governance CEO Michael Barape highlighted his key points.
We will work together to ensure that this problem of gender-based violence is also removed or erased from this country through the training program. We have been talking about these things, unfair treatment of women, and politicians and the government has been talking about these things without putting any tangible things in place to ensure that these things are being addressed.
This joint effort reflects on a comprehensive approach, ensuring that the national strategy's goals are actively advanced through shared resources, capacity building, and inclusive participation across multiple sectors. SP Brewery Managing Director Ed Wegemans also shared same sentiments.
As we
Jerry Ubase highlighted that this collaboration will contribute significantly to reducing GBV and empowering vulnerable communities in the 22 provinces.
I call on GBV experts in the area, including CSO reps, to support our efforts. These are important areas of work development that needs everyone's collaboration.
Jonathan Sibona, National EMTV News.
The Christian Leadership Training College has celebrated its 61st anniversary, coinciding with the commissioning of a new solar energy system at their campus in Bans, Jiwaka Province.
This celebration featured a gathering of students, teachers, sponsors, and community members, reflecting on the college's rich history of developing leadership within and outside of Christian community. Principal of the college, Dr. Maxen Manis, said CLTC offers diploma, degree and postgraduate programs in theology, ministry and community development delivered through 3 campuses and nationwide distance education program. Dr. Manis stated that it is a milestone for the college and it's really important because the college serves all denominations.
I would say it's a milestone for Papua New Guineans especially. Although we serve the whole Pacific, lots of our church leaders were trained here. And like our president who just talked, he's a graduate of this place. And we serve the whole church.
He expressed that the vision of the college is to develop churches and communities by equipping and enabling Christian leaders spiritually, intellectually, and professionally for today's world. Meanwhile, CLTC sponsors representative Dr. Stuart Brookings elaborated that everything they did was to give thanks to the Lord Almighty.
As I represent donors from Australia and other places to CLTC, people who've supported and encouraged this college over many, many decades, I want you to be aware that we all serve the same Father.
In addition, the solar project aligns with CLTC's vision of fostering innovation and sustainability in education. It aims to provide a reliable sources of energy for classrooms, enhancing the learning environment for current and future students with the surrounding community. This solar energy was donated by the Australia and New Zealand donors to support the college moving forward. As CLTC marks this important milestone and embraces greener technology, the college remains dedicated to its mission of producing impactful Christian leaders equipped to serve their communities. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Bans.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebasa din, yum.
This stiff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
This is pay with telephone. Simple top up and press it if you pay from your phone. Get how to buy. Dial *775#, enter the meter number, enter the amount, press 1 to confirm, and receive SMS with voucher and transaction reference number. Great value and PNG owned shop feels good. Drop in to your nearest telecom store or kiosk to top up and buy EasyPay. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Bogus agriculture projects are being used by foreign logging companies to steal millions of tons of valuable tropical timber. The PNG Forest Authority must immediately suspend all FCA licenses and stop illegal log exports. Stop the FCA abuse now. This message was brought to you by community advocacy group Act Now.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
The all-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Broco Motors for a spin.
We engage with civil society and then everyone so that we discuss and come up with solutions.
So if the meaning of education is changed, then that means the business of education is everybody's.
Tonight on In Focus, we feature the PNG Christian Professional Network's 6-monthly dialogue, which is supported by the Australian government through the PNG OS partnership. You may stop one time, side by side, step by step.
That policy of friend to all and enemy to none is difficult.
Collaborative convergence is when you have humans and AIs on teams working on projects.
That's on tonight at 7.
You're watching National MTV News. The 2 days Jubilee Reset Gospel Music Festival for the weekend concluded yesterday.
Crowds of people all over the city in Port Moresby came to witness the 2 days Gospel Music Festival to praise and worship over the weekend. Prime Minister James Marape encouraged the young generations of their choices in life, quoting what late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare has said.
And so I want to point to all children of our country as we face our nation's 50th. The choices in life we must do. If the greatest amongst us in Sir Michael Somare had said, God is important, worship is important, national repentance is important, and in the last term of his public life, in 2008, he pointed us back. In that term of parliament, he gave us two things. One, he pointed us back to Jesus. And the second one, he gave us our National Vision 2050, just like in 1975, his generation gave us our national constitution and our country.
Marape reminded the people of the National Repentance Day on the 26th of August.
One day from today is 26th of August. Every 26th of August, we have our National Repentance Day. And I want to thank the youths, the Christian youths. Does not matter what denomination you come from. The fact that you acknowledge that you're a Christian and you worship God, I want to say thank you very much. You are the type of Papua New Guineans this country needs.
Gospel artists, church choirs and church bands from all across Papua New Guinea flew in to perform their live songs for the Gospel Festival, including performances from Sinach and scripture vibrations from Solomon Island. The 2 days festival ended on a high note with people volunteering to dedicate their life to Christ. This was the start of the events leading up to the Golden Jubilee. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
A memorandum of understanding on building capacity for training was signed between the International Training Institute and the Federation of Savings and Loan Societies recently. This is the first MOU signed between ITI and the Federation of Savings and Loan Societies, marking a significant step towards promoting corporate training for both organizations and mutual agreements.
So that's the first start of our partnership that we have started. And I think this is a good step forward because we are working with different sectors, and this is the first of this kind actually to be signed. I think this is a start of a journey that I think it will benefit all of us.
Comprising of 10 senior staff, the Managing Director of Federation of Savings and Loan Societies said this MOU will provide the expertise the company needs.
We needed help. We wanted to hold two sessions, one on the artificial intelligence and one with anti-money laundering. So we wanted expert help, academic, if possible, and how that can be tailored to our context as the savings and loan.
Farmers under Weir Trade in Morobe, Kulili Estate in Karkar Island, and Nova Partnership in Small Buka have received cocoa toolkits recently under the PNG Agriculture, Commercialization and Diversification Project.
Through this ongoing collaboration with lead partners and PNG Agriculture Commercialization and Diversification Project, farmers are receiving these much-needed toolkits to boost their farming activities. These tools are more than just equipment. They represent empowerment, self-reliance, and the opportunity to improve productivity and livelihoods. PACD stated its distribution is a step forward in strengthening communities, supporting sustainable agriculture, and ensuring that farmers are equipped to meet the challenges of today while preparing for the future. Together with its partners, PACD is committed to ensuring that no farmer is left behind. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Over 600 cocoa seedlings have been delivered to Karkar Secondary School, Anu Lutheran High School and Kabilmas Primary School in Medang Province. These seedlings were distributed under the PNG Agriculture and Commercialization and Diversification Project backed by World Bank.
The initiative, led by BRB Enterprise Limited, provides seedlings, toolkits, and hands-on training to help schools integrate cocoa farming into learning while building a brighter future for students and communities. The schools are part of over 1,500 cocoa farmers registered under the project, with 3 different lead partners that are in partnership with the PACD Cocoa, BRB Enterprise, Kulili Enterprise, and NGO Promotion. Lead partners BRB Enterprise, Kulili Estate, and NGO Promotion are teaching the students that agriculture can be a viable and rewarding path even while in school. With fermentaries, solar dryers, and farmer support on the way, this milestone marks another step in strengthening cocoa production and market opportunities in Madang. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
More than 50 lead farmers from the East New Britain women and youth in agriculture under the PNG Agriculture Commercialization and Diversification Project have completed a transformative 3-day food nutrition training at Vunapaldin in Gazelle District.
The farmers were guided into insightful preparations that imparted them with vital knowledge on food nutrition as a key aspect of healthy living and achieving food security. ENB Women and Youth in Agriculture Executive Manager Kitena Kuriki said the training was aimed at improving the lives of people. Mrs. Kurika also said that similar training will be carried out in 9 other locations in East New Britain, adding that they are also doing baseline survey with the participating farmers. These farmers are now better prepared to lead their communities, not just in agriculture, but in holistic well-being. Led by Mrs. Kurika, the training will receive farmers from over 80 wards across Gazelle, Kokopo, and Pomio districts. Participants also received poultry equipment like drinkers, feeders, and kerosene lamps in preparation for the day-old chicks that will arrive soon. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed unchanged at $0.2403 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2328 US, $0.3563 Australian dollars, 0.1907 euro, 33.89 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copper closed higher, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. And on the stock market higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, True inspiration through generations.
Telecom is offering 2 phones at one price. This is a Telecom 121 and Telecom A551, bundled at the price of 199 kina. T121 phone features include 4G compatibility and camera, while the A551 phone features dual SIM and an AF camera. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk today to grab that pair-perfect phone deal. What if every drop of waste oil you poured away could turn into something worse?
50,000 liters of oil is believed to have spilled into the sea.
Waste oil doesn't just disappear. It seeps into our rivers, poisons our land, and suffocates wildlife. Every drop counts, and every drop adds up. With Dunlop, we can recycle used oil to prevent this destruction. Recycling oil not only cleans our environment, but also reduces the need for new resources, saving energy and protecting ecosystems. Let us handle your waste oil and help protect our environment for generations to come.
The all-new, powerful GWM Power. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
You're watching National MTV News. Women's Microbank Limited, branded as Mama Bank, has launched the Parametric insurance product today in Port Moresby.
Parametric insurance is a type of insurance that provides payouts based on a pre-agreed trigger event that occurs, such as cyclone, earthquake, drought, or excess rainfall, not based on the actual loss or damage. This new initiative builds on the work of the Pacific Insurance and Climate Adaptation Program, a flagship regional initiative led by the UN Capital Development in partnership with UNDP. PCAP focuses on developing and delivering innovative climate risk financing solutions such as parametric insurance. Director of Sustainable Environment Programs from SEPA, K. Kalim, emphasized on the idea behind the launching of the parametric insurance.
At our vulnerable communities, mothers are victims. In most cases, the mothers are now fending for the family. So whatever the disaster is, the mothers will be going out of their way to make ends meet. And so Mama Bank, being the lead bank for the women in Papua New Guinea, has come to the rescue and coming up with this package. So it's, yes, first of its kind in Papua New Guinea.
CEO of Mama Bank, Gunani Didas, said they have already implemented this project with 10,000 customers throughout 10 provinces in Papua New Guinea.
Then we are in Leh, Morobe, Medeng, then Wewak, Maprik, that's in East Sepik and West East Sepik, Vanimo, and then we are in Goroka and in this side Kerema, as well as in Alatau and Kimbe.
Mr. Das emphasized that the product launched will give out 200 kina insured to the customers automatically when they are hit by climate disasters.
Now, the product we have launched is 200 kina sum insured. Anything goes wrong, they can able to get 200 kina straightforward. Let's say earthquake happened and then they are getting, or anything, all the four, anyone is happening, they will get that 200 kina. But at the same time, that for getting 200 kina, We are paying 14 kina to insurance company like Pacific MMI. For every 100 kina, we are getting charged 7 kina.
Mama Bank is trying to bring the real microfinance in PNG and helping the vulnerable communities.
Mama Bank is totally dedicated towards that, to see that how the customer-centric approach is going to win the microcredit approach in this country, and more mamas and their families are going to come out from the informal to micro to SME.
Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
National Capital District Administration Senior Sergeant Sina Patrick said police officers are frontliners in the current social climate, carrying a higher responsibility of dealing with law and order issues in the country.
Senior Sergeant Sina Patrick was speaking to the 27 police officers recently at the completion of training in Port Moresby. She said police witness how fast situation turns from bad to worse. With the training acquired gives them the opportunity to approach such situations where they can contribute to mitigating those issues by engaging in negotiations and mediation.
So learning is a lifelong experience, and it is biblically supported. Isaiah 4 verse 6 says, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." But I am glad to say here today, seated in this room, fellow students, that you have gained new knowledge that you can lead to peace, that can lead to peace and not destruction.
Attending the training provides them the chance of learning to apply appropriate skills on their job.
The aim of learning to properly negotiate a better result from high stress situation not only benefits the frontline officers, but helps to foster a more peaceful community and slowly build the trust between the constabulary and its citizens.
Senior Sergeant Sina said the skills bring a boost to cope on challenges of law and order.
Participants have learned a lot through these past 6 days of workshop. To you, the participants, may you go forward with confidence and continue to strive professionally.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, the U.S. president is threatening to expand a so-called crackdown crime.
Donald Trump is asserting, without evidence, that his deployment of troops to Washington, D.C. has been successful and has now threatened to send soldiers into other Democrat-held cities. Last week, he suggested Chicago and New York could be next. In a post on social media, the US president took aim at Baltimore and Maryland, calling the cities out of control and crime-ridden. He also says he may rethink federal funding for rebuilding the Baltimore Bridge, destroyed by a cargo ship last year. Democratic House Leader Hakeem Jeffries has told CNN the president has no legitimate reason to extend the crime crackdown.
Convicted triple Erin Patterson will return to the Victorian Supreme Court for a pre-sentence hearing.
Good morning, Gemma. Yes, in just under 20 minutes from now, this pre-sentence or plea hearing is going to start here at Melbourne Supreme Court. Now, it was probably about an hour ago that we saw Erin Patterson's prison van arrive here behind me, and there was quite the scene as extra security was called in to help that prison van come in amid quite a large media pack with photographers, with boom poles for their cameras, as well as standing on ladders, just trying to get that shot behind the heavy security doors here of Erin Patterson as she arrives here for the first time for a in-person court hearing since she was convicted of those 3 counts of murder and 1 of attempted murder. That was back in July after a 10-week trial, of course, and that was for the murders of Don and Gail Patterson, her in-laws, and also Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson. Now, Now, we are, as you mentioned, expecting those victim impact statements to be read out in court today. And this could be quite a number of people. We've been told by the prosecution that it's quite a lot, although we haven't been told exactly how many and who. But among those could be those that are very close to these crimes, including Ian Wilkinson, who is the sole survivor of the toxic lunch back in July 2023. He has also arrived here in court, and potentially also Erin Patterson's ex-husband, Simon. Now, these victim impact statements could be read out in person by the family members, or they could be read out by the prosecutor or tendered in court. But of course, it's going to be very interesting to see the reaction from Erin Patterson herself as they are read out when she hears about the impact that her crimes have had on people's lives.
Steph, what sort of sentence can we expect eventually?
Well, it's really anyone's guess as to what Justice Christus bill will end up landing on. We do know that the maximum penalty for murder is life imprisonment, but obviously this plea hearing is an opportunity for both the prosecution and defence to put in factors of aggravation and also mitigation from the defence. Now, she has no mitigating circumstance of pleading early because, of course, she pleaded not guilty and went ahead with that 10-week trial. So there's no remorse there that they can actually point to. However, what we are going to see after these victim impact statements are read out, which will probably be the bulk of today, tomorrow we'll probably effectively see a lot of that legal argument. So that's when they're going to be setting down precedents, case law to show and guide Justice Christus Bill as to what he should actually sentence her. However, if we have a look at what we've seen in the past here in Victoria, the last person to be sentenced as a triple murderer was Robert Farquharson. That was back in 2005, and this was a truly shocking case where he drove his 3 young children into a dam, drowning them. Now, he was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment with a...
Government has backed 5% first home buyer scheme to be expanded from October.
The change to expand the scheme, as was announced during the election campaign as an election promise from the Labor Party, is quite a decent change. The change in the time frame of when it starts, which is what the government is announcing today, is a pretty minor one. So this change was meant to come into force January next year. It's now going to come into force in October. So a 3-month difference there. But the bigger change is the election promise itself that's coming into force. So the current scheme is that around 50,000 first home buyers can get their home or get their loan for a home with just a 10% deposit, because a government body acts as a guarantor for the other 10%, so that there doesn't have to be lender's mortgage insurance. So it means the amount that you have to save up for a deposit becomes much smaller. So the changes that are coming into force will see the cap on that removed, so it'll be open to as many people who want. The government thinks that'll probably be around 70,000 people instead of 50,000 people. And it's not means tested, so it doesn't matter what your income is. If you're a first home buyer, you can apply for it. There are caps on the price of the property that you can buy with this, so you can't buy really expensive properties, but it does mean you can buy a median priced house in most capital cities and regional areas under this scheme. Now, the government is saying it won't significantly drive up house prices, which has been a concern, given it'll facilitate more first home buyers into the market, or at least that's the purpose. They're saying that over the course of 6 years, maybe prices would be increased by 0.5% overall. But for that sort of market or the price range where first home buyers usually buy, there might be a little bit more. It's really the federal government just announcing one additional measure, or a slight change to a time frame of an additional measure that it hopes makes getting into the housing market just a little bit easier. So it's best to think of it as one small thing rather than something that's going to make a substantial difference overnight.
Mel, the federal government is also promising to pause the National Construction Code. That's despite having opposed a similar plan put forward by the coalition at the last election.
Yeah, it's been quite a change over the last 12 months. So the Coalition had put forward the idea in the election campaign of a 10-year freeze of the National Construction Code, and that's across all aspects, both environmental efficiency provisions, safety provisions, amenity provisions. Now, the government, the Labor Party at the time, opposed that, and it says what it's now proposing to do and planning to do after this economic roundtable last week is different. It's a 4-year pose, so a delay to the next round of changes that were meant to come into force after this year. And the government is saying its proposal is quite different because it carves out safety changes so that updates can still be made to the National Construction Code where it relates to safety issues, whereas the Coalition's proposed freeze was for all aspects to it. But I think the really tricky bit here is implementing this, because although it's a National Construction Code, it comes into force being legislated by state and territory governments, and often when they get the code, they add in different things.
National MTV News continues after the break with Ruka Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Get twice the data with Telecom. Enjoy bonus double data from Thursday to Saturday on selected plans. You get twice the data at the same price. For instance, for 5 Kina, you get 6 gigabytes valid for 1 day. And that's more data for you to stream videos and play your online games. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk to top up and get your double data. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Soft and lovely hair growth cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trend Salons, and all retail shops near you.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
True Kind Sports.
Welcome to Chuka Sports. The Papua New Guinea Football Association has announced the venue to host its National Club Championship 2025. The championship will take place in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province from December 8 to the 28th this year.
The championships will see a total of 36 teams from member associations assemble in Goroka. PNGFA fully affiliated 18 member associations are entitled to be represented in this competition by nominating one men's club and one women's club that have qualified as minor premiers through their top domestic MA competitions in season 2024. Goroka Soccer Association President Kaufman Alexander Mens, when informed of his MA confirmed to host the club championships, was elated and thanked PNGFA. PNGFA Women's Representative Ketty Agunam said she is glad that PNGFA chose Goroka Soccer Association as the venue to host the National Club Championships. She said the executives and working committee will work hand in hand with PNGFA to ensure the smooth run of the club championships. PNGFA competitions will be working closely with the Goroka Soccer Association. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Papua New Guinea men's national cricket team Baramandis have gone down by 4 wickets to Kuwait in their second International Cricket Council Challenge League at the Farmers Cricket Ground in St. Martin, Jersey.
Batting first, Papua New Guinea were bundled out for 148 in 35.2 overs. Despite a few starts, PNG was unable to build a big score as Kuwait's disciplined bowling kept the innings in check. Kuwait chased down the target in just 22.4 overs, finishing on 149 for 6 at a run rate of 6.57. PNG made early inroads with the ball, reducing Kuwait to 29 for 3 inside first 4 overs. However, half-century from skipper Mohamed Aslam entered the chase. PNG's bowling attack produced moments of pressure with Damian Bravo taking 2 for 21 in 4 overs, and Kabua Morea claiming 2 wickets in his 6.4 overs. Both Aleanao and John Carico chipped with a wicket each. The Baramandi will now regroup and turn their attention to the remaining fixtures. They will play Kenya this Wednesday, followed by the home country Jersey on Thursday and Qatar on Saturday. Charlie Dumavi, Chuka.
Chuka Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
True Kind Sports.
Chicken kebasa je, huh? Yum.
This stiff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Tell them shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell them who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Tell them who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Bogus agriculture projects are being used by foreign logging companies to steal millions of tons of valuable tropical timber. The PNG Forest Authority must immediately suspend all FCA licenses and stop illegal log exports. Stop the FCA abuse now. This message was brought to you by community advocacy group Act Now.
I know that every man, woman and child of our new nation shares this moment of pride and happiness.
EMTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Chuka Sports. Moving to overseas sports, Western Bulldogs need Essendon to beat Gold Coast Suns to make top 8.
So I'm really bullish on Brisbane still. The only thing that worries me about them is their injury list. So they've already lost Ainsworth and Payne from their premiership team, 2 defenders for the year. Obviously, Lachie Neale's coming back from a quad injury. They'll get Eric Hipwood back at some stage, and Jared Berry likewise. But gee, they should have won by a lot more last night.
Yeah.
They kicked a boatload of behinds, and in the end, that was the only thing that stopped them killing this game off sooner. And these games have a happy knack of producing close, thrilling finishes. So the last 6 games have all been decided by 10 points or less between the two teams. Wow. Obviously, Collingwood have won the boatload of those. And as much as Isaac Rankin's missing for Adelaide, Bobby Hill's missing for Collingwood, and he's their Norm Smith medalist. So maybe one from each team.
That's a really sad situation, missing due to personal reasons. And yeah, you hate to.
That ends Chuka Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chuka Sports. Chuka Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Serving for over 25 years, the International Training Institute, ITI, is one of the leading higher education institutes accredited by DS. We offer diploma in business management, business accounting, marketing management, small-medium business management, human capital management, information communication technology, and tourism and hospitality management courses. Download our application from our website and apply now for July intake. Application is still open for July intake. ITI, investing in quality and affordable education for your future.
The GWM Tank 500 has a super luxurious interior with 7 family-friendly seats, and it really loves going off-road. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Get twice the data with Telecom. Enjoy bonus double data from Thursday to Saturday on selected plans. You get twice the data at the same price. For instance, for 5 kina, you get 6 gigabytes valid for 1 day. And that's more data for you to stream videos and play your online games. Drop into your nearest telecom store or kiosk to top up and get your double data. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good.
From humble beginnings 30 years ago, Daytech is now the largest communications technology solutions and services provider in PNG. We have intensified our solution and service offering with sound business practices and a strong affiliation with some of the largest technology providers in the world. Daytech does not only strive towards supplying goods with total customer satisfaction, but we innovate and provide value-added services. Daytech, innovative solutions, valued services.
We engage with civil society and then everyone so that we discuss and come up with solutions.
So if the meaning of education is changed, then that means the business of education is everybody's.
Tonight on In Focus, we feature the PNG Christian Professional Network's 6 monthly dialogue, which is supported by the Australian government through the PNG OS partnership. You missed up one time, side by side, step by step.
That policy of friend to all and enemy to none is difficult.
Collaborative convergence is when you have humans and AIs on teams working on projects.
That's on tonight at 7.
Dreaming for more than a life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy and possible showers. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with few rain to rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 25th of August 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.